Hi, Patty.
Hi.
How's it going?
It's going great. Do you remember our lunch date today?
Sure.
You forgot.
No, I remember.
Oh, you did? Well, look what I brought.
Well, have a seat.
Oh, okay, thanks. I brought
Oh.
5 pieces of bread.
And I brought
whole
fish.
wheat.
Oh, cool.
Whole
I
wheat?
brought fish.
Oh, you brought fish. I
Very
love
packed,
fish.
Kind of
Oh.
fish nuggets.
Oh, fish nuggets.
2.
Oh, 2. Wow. Do you think that's going to be enough, Dave?
Don't think that's going to be enough.
Oh, you don't? Why not, Dave? 5 loaves. We can split it off. We can divide it up right here.
But, you know, that's quite a bit of bread, really, between the two of it. Gluten-free, right?
Oh, no. I forgot you were gluten-free, Dave.
I'm so sorry.
It doesn't matter. So, Dave,
yeah.
you kind of seem distracted. What's going on?
I'm having a rough week.
You are, my friend.
Mainly, you know, it's reset time. I'm getting ready to film that, and I don't have any ideas right now. So, you know, after the week I've been having, my car had some issues. I had to blow some money on that. A water heater went down.
Oh, wow. Tough week.
It's been, you know, it's funny. You had bread. I've got fish. It kind of like the 2 fish and the 5 loaves. I'm having that kind of day where that kind of week.
Are ya?
I just don't feel like anything's enough right now. So, as I'm thinking about reset, I'm thinking maybe I was looking through the good book, and
It is a good book.
I thought, you know what? There are all these awesome people in the Bible. I'm going to try to figure out how to model my life after some of them, like, you know, Moses, for instance. Awesome guy, right?
Yeah, you want to be like Moses.
Maybe. What do you think?
Well, Dave, I don't know. You know, Moses was a great historical figure, but he also had his own problems, Dave. You know, Moses was, he never thought he was quite enough before God. Don't you remember?
Oh, yeah. Didn't he, like, even kill a guy?
He did, Dave. So maybe you don't want to emulate him.
Quite like that.
No, I don't think so.
You know, some of the disciples, Judas is out.
Poor Judas. He's out.
Some of them were fishermen, you know.
They were fishermen.
A guy that fished without his clothes.
And you're a fisherman. Dave's a fisherman too,
that's
but
gonna work
no,
for
I don't
me.
think it's going to work.
James was a doctor,
Oh,
a physician, but
well.
at my age, I don't think I could probably.
I don't think you could.
This is not
What
going-
about Peter? You want to be Peter?
I'm gonna, like they built the church. Jesus built the church off of
Right.
Peter.
Peter's
Yeah.
the rock.
Yeah.
But then, I don't know. What about Paul?
Paul, perfect. He wrote most of the books of the Bible.
He did.
You know.
He
And
did.
wait a minute, didn't he? Wasn't he?
He persecuted Christians.
Oh,
So maybe you don't want to be Paul. You know, Dave, when we think about the story of the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and the disciples didn't think they were enough either, because that's what they told Jesus on the side of that mountain with 5,000 people. They came up to Jesus and said, all we have are 5 loaves and 2 fish. We're saying we don't have enough, because they were doing the math. They were trying to see, and Jesus looked at them and he said, no, you feed this great crowd. Don't send them away to the villages. You go ahead and feed them. But how were they supposed to do that when they only had 5 loaves and 2 fish? They could do it, but they had to have new eyes, Dave. And that's what you need. You need a new vision, new eyes, new way to look at things and see what you have within yourself and what you have holding your faith. And then maybe you're enough.
you know, I being in ministry, of course, you know, I talked to several people, you know, throughout the congregation, and you know, we have needs, we have things that need to be done.
You do.
You know,
It's very
sometimes I get the
stressful.
same vibe from them that I'm not enough. You know, I have to be so-and-so. I have to be like King David. And then you look at King David and
and you see he wasn't so great either, right?
things that
He
were
had some things
too appropriate
he
going on
did.
in his life too. But
Right.
yet God used him.
God used him. And we all have things going on in our lives, every single one of us. But God knows, and God equips us, and he knows that we are enough for whatever he would call us, to do. So that's what you have to focus on, is you are enough because God makes you enough.
And there's different things that people can do, where it seems like their role is insignificant, but yet it might be enough. A perfect example was, after rolling all these resets out, it just feels like, man, I just don't know if I can keep this going. I don't know if it's making a difference.
Right.
And then I get this email, and it's from somebody who shared with their cousin in Pennsylvania, and I got this really nice long affirmation that there was something within one of those episodes that touched their lives.
There you go.
And two things happened: an affirmation from that person, and also the person that sent me that didn't realize that they're an encourager. And sometimes maybe that's all it takes. Maybe that's all that is enough, is for just someone to give them an affirmation and say, I'm praying for you. What is it that I can do for you? How can I come alongside you?
Yes, that's beautiful. That's
yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
We just have to reach out to one another, take a chance, and see what happens. I have a story. I have a story. And this is a true story. There's a man, and his name was Mr. Beam, and he...
Like Mr. Bean?
Yeah, but Mr. Beam.
Oh, Beam. Oh, Mr. Beam was the other guy, the comedian. Right.
He was, no, Mr. Beam. And he lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, and he was a deacon. I'm a deacon, so I like to tell stories about them. Anyway, he loved to preach, and he would go out to the little country churches and preach the word. And then something happened to his throat, and his preaching abruptly came to an end. He made him very, very sad, the man who loved to preach so very much. Well, Mr. Beam died, as we all do, but what he did was, before he died, he left all of his money to the church. It wasn't a lot, but he left everything he had to be used for evangelism purposes only. And lo and behold, Mr. Beam had no idea this was going to happen, but he stepped out. And lo and behold, years later, Mr. Beam's money multiplied, just like the bread and the fish, to feed 5,000. His money multiplied, and today it sponsors the television evangelism in Charlotte. And it touches more people in one Sunday than Mr. Beam preached to in his entire life.
Wow.
So look what God did. Mr. Beam gave the bread and the fish and trusted God, and God brought on the miracle.
I think that's an interesting story. I think about some of the people that might be associated with our ministry that are kind of feeling the same way, that things have come up in their life where they don't feel like they have a contribution, but look at the different things that you can do that doesn't seem like
it
you're doing
matters.
ministry, but you are.
That's exactly right,
you have
Dave.
people that they light the candles here.
Yes,
They keep the
every
candles
Sunday.
going. Just ran into them a little while ago, making sure everything was going to be right.
Look at I think of the people that take care of the outside of our church, all the grounds, all the
always
different.
beautiful.
It's beautiful out there because different people have signed up for different plots. And I'm sure that they think they're not doing anything very worthwhile, but they are.
And in the 6+ years that I've been here, I've never walked into a dirty bathroom.
Oh,
Not once.
wow, see? Cleaning the bathrooms. And think about all the women who work in the kitchen every Sunday, all the different circles that serve all the donuts and the coffee, make the coffee, clean up with joy in their hearts.
And it gives joy.
What a
and
service. What a service.
It gives affirmation to the community that we have and the relationships that we have in ministry.
That's right. That's right, Dave.
So what would you say to someone that doesn't feel like they're enough?
I would tell you that, Dave, you are enough. and God loves you. You are a child of God, and you just have to step out and take a chance. When you hear God calling you, maybe this little weak yearning like, wow, maybe I could usher, or maybe I could be a greeter on Sunday mornings. Pay attention to it and step out and say, yes, yes, I can do this. And maybe God will work a miracle.
Even if it doesn't seem like much.
It's a lot.
You know what? I think this would be a great idea for Reset.
Great idea.
I've got the camera right over here.
Great.
So, wait a minute. Hold on. I think we just did Reset. It's
Well-
running. I forgot I'd hit the record because I was going to read some scripture.
Oh my gosh, see
I think we just did
how
Reset.
God works. Amazing.
That's pretty cool.
We stepped out.
phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
The phone
Hold on.
is ringing.
Be careful I get this. I'm expecting a call.
Oh no, go ahead.
The phone will be right there.
Oh gosh. You better answer that.
Hello? Oh, yeah, I'm just up here in the sanctuary with Patty. We were supposed to have lunch, but that kind of went south. What's that? Oh, you've got fish sandwiches and chips from a leftover meeting down in Fellowship Hall.
We'll be right down.
Gluten-free? Well, I'll tell you what, we'll be right down. So, yeah. All right, thanks.
And that's how it works.
Well-
and that's how it works.
You know,
right when we thought our lunch was cooked,
It was,
wasn't going to happen,
Yep.
we put it down, we talked, and we're invited to a fabulous lunch.
it was planned all along.
God
She
works.
said there's enough to feed 5,000.
That was
Hey,
planned.
lunch on me.
Lunch on you.
Let's
Thanks,
go.
Dave.
All right, have a great week.
You too.
Great is thy faithfulness, O God my Father. There is no shadow of turning with thee. Thou changest not, thy compassions, they fail not. As thou hast been, thou forever will be. Great is thy faithfulness, great is thy faithfulness. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. All I have needed, thy hand hath provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me. Summer and winter and springtime and harvest, sun, moon, and stars in their courses above, join with all nature in manifold witness to thy great